station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happening now at 9, covering all of the DMV. A shelter in place. Beyonce fans told to take cover as lightning strikes near FedEx Field before concert night number 2. The message shared with fans just moments ago. And a violent weekend. The string of shootings leaving several people dead in D.C., others hurt, plus stabbing calls overnight and into today. Police returned to talk to the community. And capping costs, the effort in Virginia to combat rising prescription drug prices. Plus, stretching your dollar, the free cash available for consumers after major court settlements. Hurry up, deadlines are coming. And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Ben Dennis. This Sunday evening, happening now, a flood watch is in effect across the DC region right now and into the early morning. We want to get over to meteorologist Scott Sumner standing by at our weather center. Hey, Scott, we're tracking it all. You've got the radar. Give us a closer look.
Yeah, absolutely here, Ben. I've got this camera here, live camera, traffic camera. You can see some torrential downpours. These storms are moving so quickly that in just 5 minutes, it went from hazard lights you can barely see in front of you to this. Now, granted, it is still pretty heavy here. This is I-95 southbound at exit 156 by Dale Boulevard. But needless to say, this is the type of scenario that's unfolding. So without any further ado, let's go over to our Lynx 2 system. And you can see this is the heavy rain right in through here. Here's I-95 right north of Dale Cities. It continues up towards the Mount Vernon area. This is a live look here. A little bit of lightning associated with it. And over the next hour, you can see these showers continue to move across part of Virginia, as northern Virginia, and in across the entire district. And on the other side, over towards PG County. Now, a little wider view shows, again, we do have some showers and some heavier thunderstorms just south of the region, just north of the region, and out towards the west. But this is what I'm concentrating on right here around the Dale City area, over towards the Clinton vicinity. And that's where you see those showers moving in towards, like I said, the district. So without further ado, here are your weather headlines. Yes, we have a flood watch tonight. I'll talk about that. Weather, warm day, severe weather tomorrow, folks. Mostly sunny on Wednesday and more storms on Thursday. Very active period here this week. Stick around. I'll show you that 7-day forecast for you in just a few. Ben?
Plenty of good information. Thank you, Scott. Happening now and breaking news at FedEx Field in Prince George's County. Tens of thousands of people turning out to tonight's Beyonce concert were ordered to shelter in place because of lightning. In a tweet at 6:40 p.m., staff at the roofless stadium asked fans waiting outside, head back to your cars. Those inside shelter under covered areas until further notice. We saw video on Twitter showing fans wall-to-wall inside fanning themselves. Clearly, it would have been hot. The concert was slated to start at 8, but fans on Twitter said they headed back to their seat just after 8, and that is when the field gave the all clear. Turning to violence, it continues to grip the nation's capital as 7 people lost their lives in shootings just since Friday, and nearly half of them perished in a shooting Saturday night in Southeast D.C. Our Dave Laval tells us what's being done to improve safety in the ad area.
This is the corner of 16th Street Southeast and Good Hope Road where Saturday night shootings took place. People we spoke to told us they're scared and upset by more violence in their neighborhood.
I'm very glad to see their presence.
Yaya Burris welcomes the increased presence by D.C. police along a stretch of Good Hope Road.
What I see today with the young, black on black killing, the shooting and everything is really disturbing, and I think something more can be done about it.
Police turnout in force to prevent further violence like what happened here Saturday night. 3 people died after someone opened fire near the corner of 16th Street Southeast. 2 others wounded after gunmen fired nearly 7 dozen shots.
Let me be clear. This gun violence has to stop.
Acting Police Chief Pamela Smith Saturday night did not just refer to the 3 homicides. 2 other people died early Saturday morning in a shooting in Adams Morgan. Another just hours later on U Street near 12th Avenue.
This is very disturbing.
Saturday's deaths are among the 12 homicides recorded so far in August.
This kind of gun violence is not acceptable in the District of Columbia. This is not a war zone.
For the year, the entire district has seen the number of homicides rise by more than 20% compared to the same time a year ago. In Anacostia, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
And police are still looking for anyone responsible for that mass shooting. If you have any information, contact Metro Police. And new details out of Prince George's County tonight. We now know that the shooting over a stolen vehicle that we told you about last night, well, it happened between a man and a 17-year-old. PG County police said that the man located the vehicle on Margarita Avenue. That's where he confronted the teen and two other passengers, saying that the vehicle was stolen from a family member. Well, the situation reportedly got heated, and the man shot the teen. The man stayed on the scene while the passengers fled. Prince George's County police say that the teenager is facing multiple handgun charges, along with being charged with vehicular theft. And to the district, D.C. police tell us that the shooter in Saturday's homicide on U Street in Northwest has been taken into custody. They said 20-year-old David Botchway of Gwynn Oak, Maryland, has been charged with first-degree murder in the death of 19-year-old Andre Baker of Southeast D.C. And new into our newsroom, Maryland State Police tell us somebody was killed on I-70 yesterday in a fiery crash involving 3 vehicles in Frederick. Troopers say they arrived at the scene just before noon. They said a sedan was heading east, drove across the grassy median for an unknown reason, and went into oncoming traffic, hitting another car and a pickup truck. The driver of the sedan hit died on site, while the driver of the car that crossed the median was ejected and sent to shock trauma. The pickup truck driver was sent to the hospital as well. Westbound I-70 on site was reopened around 5:30. That investigation is ongoing. And in Virginia, many lower income earners in the Commonwealth could soon see relief on their power bills. Dominion Energy is capping rates for utilities. Haley Milon breaks down who can expect to see some savings.
There's a couple moving pieces here. Dominion Energy says that they cut costs for everyone across the board. But for the low-income program, they're funding it with a 79-cent surcharge that'll show up on everyone else's bill. Now, folks on fixed income tell me that this is a huge relief.
Bills are high.
But some welcomed relief on power bills, at least. The General Assembly mandating the Percentage of Income Payment Program, or PIP, shielding customers making up to 150% of the federal poverty level.
I think it's an excellent idea because we need a break somewhere.
The State Corporation Commission just gave a green light to Dominion Energy's plan to surcharge other customers 79 cents per billing cycle to fund the program. Dominion spokeswoman Peggy Fox says since July 1st, everyone's seeing cuts to their bills. The company eliminating 3 standalone charges and lowering fuel costs, bringing the average power bill down to $125 a month, an average savings of $14.
That's 20% lower than the national average, 39% lower than the East Coast average.
Fox says that customers in PIP should still be able to participate in other bill relief programs, and struggling customers should reach out.
We don't know if people are struggling. We can do our best to work with them.
But with this new plan, a question arises. Will PIP customers overuse energy if they're not footing the bill?
We know human nature. People are going to, use excess. They're going to do excess.
I talked to a bunch of customers who won't qualify for PIP. They say they just won't even notice that 79-cent surcharge. However, they're also not noticing that savings that Dominion claimed customers are seeing, mostly because they say they use so much more energy in the summer months. In Arlington, I'm Haley Milon, DC News Now.
And in today's Tech Talk, most students are enjoying a light load for the last few weeks of summer. But one high school student in Loudoun County, Virginia, is running a tech company. Yeah, again, all while he's still in high school. Our Annalisa Gale reports the innovation could help future generations by teaching artificial intelligence.
I go to the Academies of Loudoun. I do a pathway there called AET, the Academy of Engineering and Technology. And I'm focused in the entrepreneurship and IT pathway.
At 17 years old, Dylan Ott isn't your average high school student.
I play varsity soccer at Briarwoods High School, too.
And off the field, he's scoring points in the classroom and beyond. After learning about the importance of internships and talking to friends interested in learning more about technology, Ott wanted to answer this question for his peers.
If I'm a high schooler and I want to make a passion project, but I have no clue where to start, what can I do?
And his answer is his company called Navarro, which launched early this year.
So we teach you how to code. We teach you what you should be doing.
In September, Ott and his team will offer a free 8-week program to other high school students interested in making artificial intelligence applications, essentially an incubator program.
When I talked to Dylan and the team for the first time, I was honestly just so inspired by not only how dedicated they were to just helping, like us learn, but just like fix the income inequality gap that exists today.
Freedom High School rising senior Ishika Vij is interning with the young CEO this summer.
Prior to this, I wasn't as interested in tech, but what this has really taught me is that generative AI is going to be a tool that everyone needs to learn.
Our goal is we want to give these opportunities to as many people as humanly possible and from any background.
Annalisa Gale, DC News Now.